Welcome back to Munchausen's Proxy, and this video is going to be a pretty quick and dirty review of the first episode of the Syfy channel's The Ark. It is a new sci-fi series, and it pretty much is kind of a Lost at Sea, only in space sort of series. A colony ship is hit by something, and it hits the fan, and all of the command crew is wiped out. Because for some reason, the idiots who run this space agency decided to put all of the command staff in the exact same place when they put him in hibernation. You wind up with a bunch of lower level crewmen trying to figure out not only how to run the ship, but who should be in command now that the captain and all of the command staff are dead. Now, you wind up with a strong female character in charge, because of course she knows the most about the ship, even though she's just a lieutenant. And the first episode is, there's not a lot there because it's kind of an intro. They're basically showing the ship going to hell in a handbasket and what the crew is going to have to deal with because they are over a year out from the planet they were aiming for. And not only that, but they don't have any water recycling capability because the water recycler's not working. And for those of you who don't know, humans can last about 3 days without water, about 3 weeks without food. And so they really need to figure out some way to get the water going. Into all of this, you also have a bunch of people who are so obviously not military. And they don't seem to understand the gravity of the situation, no pun intended. And so you get a ditzy blonde who decides she just has to take a shower despite the fact that everyone was told, hey, water rationing's a thing, get used to it, otherwise we're all dead. And you also have a ship asshole who apparently took the place of someone fairly important, and that person has knowledge that they actually really freaking need. And because he's not that guy, they're kind of screwed. Until, of course, smart, strong female character is found, and she, of course, knows absolutely everything about it. So you have that situation going on, and that's pretty much the first episode until they hit the cliffhanger at the end of the episode where ship asshole winds up dead. Now, they hint what that's all about, but that's probably a red herring because that would be way too easy a fix for that plot point. The sets are good. The costuming is pretty good. The CGI is pretty decent. Not anything to write home about, but pretty decent. Well enough for this show. I mean, it is on the Syfy channel. We're not talking about an outfit that has oodles and oodles of money behind it. So the fact that they even can do shows like this anymore is kind of a miracle. And I guess the only problem I had besides the whole strong female character thing, that's basically all she is. There is no depth of character in her thus far. And I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't get much better than that. This is a cast mostly of actors I've never seen before. And probably the only other thing I can say about this one is that whoever their space advisor is, they either aren't listening to them or they have decided to ignore them for dramatic reasons, because there's a situation that comes up in the middle to latter third of the episode. And the only thing I kept doing as I was watching it is screaming at the television, wondering who the hell their science advisor is, because they were doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing in the situation that came up. So I'm going to leave that there. The show thus far looks intriguing, and if they can do justice to it, it should be a good show. Whether they can or not, I don't know. They certainly have really good executive producers. They have the executive producer of Stargate, the movie, and they have the executive producer of SG1 running this show. And so it should at least look good, and they should at least be able to get some writers who aren't complete morons. Now, whether they can keep the politics out of it and flesh out a couple of the female characters who are just stunning and brave thus far, and that's about it, we'll see. I'll probably watch until it just irritates the crap out of me. I don't know if I'll do another review. I guess I'll see how this one goes. But thus far, I'm cautiously hopeful that it is something that will be worth continuing to watch. That's all for this video. If you like what I do here, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's all appreciated, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the Last of Us Episode 4 spoiler review. See you then. Tschüss.